Alright, y'all. Here goes my Paladin build for mod 18. I will talk about mostly the Infernal Citadel tanking build I use. But this can also be used for all the leveling, all the questing stuff, because honestly I don't even change my gear anymore and it's pretty easy to kill stuff. We'll go from mounts to companions, and just work our way across. So, of course, 50k hit points. I still use the Deep Crow because honestly I'm a Paladin. I don't have a lot of great choices, and the extra power is nice once in a while. I'm running an Artificer, Survivors, and 3 Gladiators. This last one, honestly, was just so I could get some stats up. It was a buff that worked well, and it let me get the stats I needed in there. I'm still using 2 pieces of offense-defense and then 1 offense-offense to hit all my caps, rank 15 bondings. Really, use whatever you want, whatever you can to reach your caps, keep your hit points high. It's going to be different for all of us. I just recently switched back over to my Deep Crow from my Boulette because I needed that little bit of extra deflect bump it gives. Boons, of course, hit points all the way up. Some power. Notice I didn't max it out because I didn't have the points for it. As always, Demonic Mastery, it needs to be in your builds now. It just has to. When I'm inside Avernus, I always turn on Revive Sickness. Okay. Now, as far as gear, not a lot has changed. Notice I'm still wearing pretty much all my Tower of the Mad Mage stuff, except I did get the new pants. It was a little more crit avoidance to help me reach the cap, which, by the way, for Paladins, 100k crit avoidance is the cap. For everybody else, it's 85k. Yes, 85k. I'm using the Rusted Iron leggings, but I do have one caveat. I still have positive incoming heals. A lot of people use the Rusted Iron leggings. Please be kind to your healers. Don't go negative. That's all I can say. Just don't go negative. You're going to die a lot if you do, and you're going to make it really hard on them. But if you notice, all my other stats are, I'm capped. 85k is the cap for the new one, Infernal Citadel. So you can see I'm reaching all my caps. My awareness is not. Don't need it. I strafe, I sidestep. You don't need it. Just don't let stuff get behind you so they can't get combat advantage on you. I am using the Bone Harvester hood. I am always number 1 on kills when I'm tanking. So I figured why not? It's just a few extra hit points every now and again, right? Barkhide still to mitigate damage. I'm using the new Spike Defender gloves. When I run in, I always start with a Burning Light. That's just always my first move. So it gets its stacks up right away, especially on group pulls. Of course, Lionheart weapons. It's not for everybody. I know that. The Burnish set is also really good. The Watcher set works well in this mod. It's harder to grind for. The Burnish set is super easy to get now, though. Everything gives Seals of the Deep. I do use Oath Strike, so I have the Oath Strike mod on it. And like I said, Rusted Iron leggings, but you did see I still have positive incoming heals. If you can't get positive, don't use it unless you're soloing. Really, don't use it unless you're soloing. But if you can use them, best in slot. I mean, crit avoidance and awareness, those are great. Great stats. Awareness, meh, but the crit avoidance is great. So as far as actual tanking, Aura of Valor, I do giant, huge pulls inside of the new dungeon. I mean, we're talking like 30, 40 enemies at once. We go door to door a lot in our groups. So it helps me to keep as much of that aggro as I can off of everybody else. And Divine Challenger for Smite. I always run Burning Light, and it is my introductory move. For bosses, I run with Relentless Avenger. For trash, I run with Vow. Like I said, huge pulls. So the Vow, I hate to use it all the time, but at the same token, it lets me keep a little more aggro. DPSers stay alive longer, don't get death stacks, and they're able to melt stuff. And always, always, always Smite. Smite's awesome. What can I say? magnitude plus damage. It's amazing, right? For trash, it's always Radiant Charge. For bosses, Divine Judgment. Always Oath Strike. Always Radiant Slam. Radiant Slam gives you a little slide, lets you move faster, and of course Oath Strike. Really great AoE at will threat maneuver. I still use my Envenom Storyteller. The AP gain. That's what it's for. The AP gain. So there you go, guys. That is my build for Avernus. If you notice my ability scores, Intellect, Charisma, I could squeeze a few more hit points out of Constitution, but not that much. So I just went with Charisma to give me, it wasn't very much, but it's a little bit of recharge, a little bit of companion influence. It's not very much. The Intellect's for the magical damage boost because, well, everything we cast is magical. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on the YouTube. If you have any questions, feel free to talk to me in game. Just look for Chrome. That's, I'm all of them. If it's named Chrome, it's me. Have a good day. Hit subscribe, hit like, post your questions. Okay, y'all. Peace.